When starting SpaceX, I thought the odds of success were less than 10%. Yeah, same with Tesla. I thought the odds of the car company succeeding were extremely low. And I just accepted that actually probably I would just lose everything. But that maybe we'd make some progress. If we could just move the ball forward, even if we died, maybe some other company could pick up the baton and keep moving it forward.
You can have a job, or you can have a career, or you can have a calling. And if you can somehow figure out how to have a calling, you've hit the jackpot, because that's the big
deal. Billionaires capture the public's imagination as symbols of power, innovation, and sometimes controversy. They populate lists compiled by Forbes, Bloomberg, and others, revealing empires shaped by grand vision or, in certain instances, sheer opportunism. While many see billionaires as the beneficiaries of luck or inherited dynasties, the truth is more nuanced. Specific industries have consistently served as pipelines to vault ambitious entrepreneurs into the billionaire club. The reasons for this pipeline effect vary. Some sectors grow rapidly due to shifts in technology or consumer preferences. Others, such as finance or real estate, enable savvy players to leverage capital intensively, compounding returns over time. Some industries thrive in times of economic turmoil, whereas others harness creativity, entertainment, or intangible brand value to generate fortunes. In this script, we explore 10 industries that have minted more billionaires than most others, from tech disruptors in Silicon Valley to the finance titans of Wall Street, from oil magnates to entertainment moguls. Each section spotlights how these fields produce outsized wealth, the influential figures leading the charge, and the forces driving sustainable success for those who excel. By the end, it should be clear that while no single route to billions is guaranteed, certain territories offer higher probabilities, given the right mix of acumen, determination, and a bit of luck. The technology sector stands at the epicenter of wealth creation in recent decades. Companies that harness software, hardware, data analytics, artificial intelligence, or digital platforms can rapidly disrupt entire industries. This phenomenon explains why the world's richest individuals, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Bill Gates, Microsoft, Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, Facebook, have roots in tech. Rapid scalability is at the heart of the industry. A successful tech solution can serve billions of users worldwide at minimal marginal cost. Historically, technology fortunes were pioneered in places like Silicon Valley, where an ecosystem of venture capital firms met an influx of brilliant computer scientists. The 1970s saw the rise of personal computing. The 1990s introduced the internet explosion. The 2000s propelled social media and e-commerce, and the 2010s built on mobile and cloud computing. Each wave seeded new giants whose exponential growth minted fresh billionaires. 1. Network effects. Platforms like Facebook and Amazon create a winner-take-all dynamic. 2. Massive reach. Global internet usage soared from fewer than 1% of the population in the early 1990s to over 66% by 2022. 3. Innovation culture. Tech founders often obtain large equity stakes in their startups, ensuring personal fortunes if valuations skyrocket. For aspiring billionaires, technology offers opportunities if they solve significant problems and scale globally. But competition is fierce, and markets demand constant adaptation. Companies that fail to innovate eventually stagnate. Witness once dominant players like Nokia or Yahoo that lost their edge. Yet for those that break through, the rewards are immense, with success stories reminding us that a groundbreaking idea, well executed, can spawn fortunes in record time. Few fields rival finance in forging billionaires. From Wall Street hedge fund managers to private equity moguls and global bankers, the power of leveraging capital to generate outsized returns has historically elevated countless individuals. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, Ray Dalio, Bridgewater, Carl Icahn Enterprises, among others. Finance capitalizes on asymmetries of information, the power of compound interest, and the capacity to mobilize large pools of money for strategic gain. The finance industry traces back centuries. Think of the Medicis in medieval Europe. But the modern era propelled expansion with the rise of global stock markets, advanced derivatives, and complex investment vehicles. In the 1980s, corporate raiders leveraged junk bonds to execute massive takeovers. The 1990s and early 2000s witnessed hedge funds and private equity booms, culminating in multi-billion-dollar personal fortunes. Meanwhile, innovations like algorithmic trading and fintech apps keep reshaping the sector. 1. High leverage. Smart financiers multiply relatively small amounts of capital into controlling large stakes. 2. Compounding returns. Legendary investor Buffett turned modest initial capital into over $100 billion by reinvesting profits continuously since the 1950s. 3. Fee-based models. Hedge fund managers often earn 2 and 20, 2% management fee, 20% profit share, resulting in enormous payouts for top performers. While finance can appear opaque or elitist, it rewards mastery of risk management and thorough understanding of market psychology. For every star investor, countless others falter. The route to billions in finance involves balancing aggression and caution, forging networks, and riding macroeconomic waves with precision. Yet the hallmark success stories highlight how significant wealth arises when capital meets expertise and discipline over the long haul. Real estate has been an engine of wealth creation for millennia, dating back to landowning aristocrats in ancient civilizations. Today, it remains a robust path to fortunes. Donald Trump, Stephen Ross, and Wang Jianlin, Dalian Wanda, exemplify magnates who built empires in commercial real estate, development, and property management. Land and structures represent tangible assets that can appreciate, generate rental income, and serve as collateral for further expansion. Real estate's allure partly stems from scarcity. Land in desirable urban centers is limited, driving long-term price growth. Additionally, property owners can leverage mortgages to amplify returns. Rental income offsets expenses, while property values climb if neighborhoods develop. On a bigger scale, real estate investment trusts, REITs, and private developments allow wealthy players to pool investor capital, acquiring major portfolios of hotels, malls, or office complexes. 1. Location. Location, location, location remains the sector's mantra. Strategic acquisitions in growing or revitalizing areas yield outsized gains. Second, leverage. Debt financing can magnify returns if appreciation or rental streams exceed interest costs. 3. Tax benefits. Investors can deploy depreciation, 1031 exchanges in the US, and other strategies to reduce taxable income. While real estate is generally stable, it's not without risk. Housing bubbles and economic shocks, for instance, 2008 crisis, can torpedo overextended developers. Nonetheless, disciplined players who understand local markets, master financing structures, and hold long-term often find real estate a dependable route to vast wealth. From single rental properties to skyscraper development, the path scales with ambition and risk tolerance. For generations, energy, coal, oil, gas, and more recently renewables, has minted some of the world's most powerful billionaires. Think John D. Rockefeller, the world's first confirmed billionaire who built Standard Oil into a monopoly at the turn of the 20th century. Or contemporary oil barons in the Middle East or Russia. The industrial age runs on power, making those who control energy sources pivotal economic figures. Renewables are now coming to the forefront. Multi-billion-dollar valuations attached to solar or wind farm operators, especially as global policy shifts prioritize clean energy. Meanwhile, electric vehicle EV battery production and lithium mining are new frontiers. Figures like Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, bridge old and new, branching from fossil fuel reliance to electrification. 1. Global demand. Energy consumption underpins every industry, from transportation to manufacturing. 2. Capital intensity. Large projects require huge initial outlay, creating barriers to entry, but sizable returns for those who break through. 3. Geopolitical influence. Oil and gas fields, for instance, can be subject to government contracts, OPEC quotas, or regulatory changes. Fortunes in energy often hinge on timing and the ability to navigate geopolitical complexities. The rise of shale gas in the US, for example, produced new billionaire entrepreneurs almost overnight. Yet cyclical price swings can devastate over-leveraged companies. Going forward, renewables present a greener dimension of energy wealth. Investors who foresee the next big shift, be it hydrogen fuel cells, battery breakthroughs, or nuclear fusion, may replicate the enormous gains of past fossil fuel magnates. From old-school retail empires like Walmart, the Walton family, to e-commerce behemoths like Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and Alibaba, Jack Ma, selling goods to consumers remains a potent source of massive wealth. The shift toward online shopping, accelerated by improvements in logistics and smartphones, has only enhanced the sector's appeal. Dominant platforms act as one-stop shops for millions, harnessing scale to undercut traditional brick-and-mortar competitors. The 21st century saw e-commerce balloon from niche websites to mainstream Goliaths. Amazon's Prime membership, free shipping model, and cloud services pivot, AWS, illustrate how broad product offerings plus digital efficiencies yield enormous revenue. Meanwhile, third-party sellers can piggyback on these mega platforms to distribute globally. Alibaba in China employs a similar model with Taobao and Tmall, bridging consumer marketplaces and enterprise solutions. 1. Scale and efficiency. The bigger a retailer's network, the lower the per-item shipping and operational costs. 2. High customer lifetime value. Repeat business fosters subscription models or membership perks, e.g. Amazon Prime. 3. Logistics and data. Real-time inventory management, personalized recommendations, and advanced warehousing optimize margins, creating billionaire-level success in retail demands, mastering supply chains, harnessing consumer data, and forging brand loyalty. While established companies are huge, pockets of opportunity remain for niche brands or those offering direct-to-consumer experiences with compelling brand stories. The main caution is that competition is fierce and profit margins can be slim, requiring constant innovation in marketing, cost control, and platform improvements to maintain momentum. Healthcare, especially pharmaceuticals and biotech, is another realm that has enriched entrepreneurs and investors. Innovators who develop life-saving drugs, medical devices, or diagnostic tools can transform patient care while reaping immense rewards. From Thomas Frist Jr., HCA Healthcare, to biotech pioneers at Genentech, the sector merges science with business at a high-stakes intersection of health and profitability. Patents on novel treatments, like cutting-edge cancer immunotherapies, can command billions in revenue if they serve unmet clinical needs. The COVID-19 vaccine development highlighted how swiftly the industry can mobilize. Companies like Moderna soared in valuation, generating enormous wealth for early stakeholders. Meanwhile, an aging global population drives demand for personalized medicine, telehealth, and advanced surgical technologies. 1. Patents and exclusivity. Exclusive rights to a pharmaceutical formula can lock out competition for years. Second, venture capital funding. High-risk, high-reward biotech research frequently secures significant funding if preliminary trials show promise. 3. Regulatory hurdles. While FDA approvals can be stringent, successful navigation confers legitimacy and market advantage. Healthcare fortunes hinge on long R&D processes and navigating complex regulatory environments. The upside is colossal if a product addresses a broad patient population or a critical disease area. Nonetheless, the field demands specialized expertise, medical research, compliance, and robust funding. For those adept at bridging innovation with practical application, few industries can match healthcare's potential for massive, sustained profits and societal impact. While technology captures headlines, manufacturing remains a bedrock for global economic development. Industrial titans like the Koch brothers, Koch Industries, or Lakshmi Mittal, ArcelorMittal, ascended to billion-dollar fortunes through large-scale production of chemicals, metals, and other essentials. Though seemingly old-fashioned, manufacturing is a cornerstone that underlies modern life, from steel for construction to advanced electronics assembly. Industrial empires benefit from economies of scale. Establishing massive plants or integrated value chains helps cut unit costs, allowing for dominance in a commodity or specialized product. The supply chain transformation pioneered by automotive manufacturers, Toyota Production System for instance, can drastically enhance efficiency. Meanwhile, globalization introduced cross-border manufacturing networks, permitting cost optimization via offshoring or automation. 1. Infrastructure demand. Growing populations or economies require steel, cement, and machinery, fueling industrial giants. 2. Cost. Leadership. Lowering production expenses while meeting global quality standards yields high-volume, stable contracts. 3. Consolidation. Mergers and acquisitions can form conglomerates with diversified product lines, mitigating cyclical downturns in any single sector. Industrial or manufacturing-based fortunes highlight an enduring principle. Controlling production at scale can yield unstoppable momentum. While cyclical downturns in commodities can pose threats, companies that adapt, invest in R&D, and optimize supply chains maintain strong market positions. For an ambitious entrepreneur, identifying niche manufacturing or specialized industrial processes can open a path to dramatic success, albeit with hefty capital and operational demands. Iconic fashion houses, Louis Vuitton, LVMH, Chanel, Gucci, and beauty conglomerates like Estée Lauder or L'Oréal demonstrate how luxury and personal branding can spawn massive fortunes. Bernard Arnault, LVMH, regularly jockeys for the top spot on the world's richest lists, illustrating that the global appetite for premium goods endures. Fashion and beauty thrive on aspiration, brand allure, and constant reinvention. Social media has upended traditional marketing, enabling direct-to-consumer upstarts to scale quickly if they capture viral appeal. Consider how Kylie Jenner transformed her personal brand into Kylie Cosmetics, leveraging an online following to drive swift product sellouts. Meanwhile, established giants like L'Oréal or LVMH expand through acquisitions, absorbing emerging brands that resonate with younger demographics. 1. Brand equity. high-end labels can justify premium pricing, often generating strong margins. Second, global reach. Growing middle classes in Asia, Latin America, and Africa present new consumer bases eager for recognized brand status. 3. Celebrity influence. Collaborations or endorsements by famous personalities turbocharge brand visibility and sales. While not every label morphs into a Chanel or Louis Vuitton, the fashion and beauty sector reveals that intangible qualities like storytelling and emotional connection are powerful profit engines. Meticulous brand curation, merging tradition with innovation, sustains loyalty over decades or centuries. For budding entrepreneurs, focusing on niche markets or eco-friendly production can differentiate a brand, capturing the public's imagination and wallet at scale. Though relatively fresh compared to energy or manufacturing, the gaming industry has exploded into a global cultural force, generating massive revenue from console games, mobile apps, PC platforms, and eSports tournaments. Billion-dollar valuations for gaming giants, Valve, Steam, Tencent, Activision Blizzard, Epic Games, Fortnite, spotlight how entertainment plus technology fosters new billionaire ranks. Global gaming boasted an estimated $180 billion plus revenue in 2021, outstripping movies and music combined. Gamers in every demographic buy digital content or watch eSports streams on platforms like Twitch, offering a monetization trifecta: game sales, in-game microtransactions, and streaming ad revenue. Notable eSports organizations secure sponsorships akin to mainstream sports leagues, while star gamers earn hefty incomes through endorsements. 1. Digital marketplace. Platforms such as Steam or app stores bypass physical distribution, boosting margins. 2. Online communities. Social connectivity fosters dedicated fan bases, spurring recurring purchases or subscriptions, e.g. Fortnite skins, Overwatch loot boxes. 3. Cross-media expansion. Popular titles expand into merchandise, films, and spin-off franchises. Tech-savvy entrepreneurs can harness gaming's skyward trajectory, developing next-gen VR experiences, building eSports leagues, or creating monetizable streaming platforms. The sector's accessibility, especially for indie developers launching on app stores, fosters myriad success stories. Yet it's also crowded, with user preferences shifting rapidly. Still, top hits can rake in hundreds of millions monthly, ensuring that gaming remains a potent funnel for billionaire creation. The tapestry of global wealth creation spans centuries, countries, and cultures, yet certain industries stand out for their recurring ability to mint billionaires. Technology disrupts at scale. Finance harnesses capital's compounding might. Real estate anchors fortunes in physical assets, and energy fulfills fundamental needs. Meanwhile, media, e-commerce, healthcare, manufacturing, fashion, and gaming each embody high-impact, scalable business models that feed insatiable consumer or infrastructural demands. It's crucial to note that simply entering these sectors doesn't guarantee success. An aspiring mogul must identify gaps in the market, secure a competitive advantage, and show relentless execution. Moreover, timing and external forces, like regulatory shifts or consumer sentiment, can propel or sabotage ventures. Nonetheless, for those with the right mix of foresight, innovation, and resilience, these 10 arenas repeatedly prove fertile ground for amassing not just millions, but billions. In the end, the creation of staggering fortunes often results from problem-solving on a grand scale, providing valuable services, harnessing new technologies, and improving people's lives, or fulfilling deeply ingrained desires. These 10 industries, each shaped by history and ever-evolving, will likely continue to produce the next generation of billionaires, reminding us of the endless possibilities inherent in the global economy.